Hi, it's Mark Dorr. Hope you're having a good day. Hey, if you like these videos, please remember to like and subscribe, okay? Today we're talking about questions. Questioning is a kind of a skill that many teachers take for granted, and it can be very useful in your teaching. So I just thought we'd cover a few things on that. The first idea I have for you is to use a variety of questions. Sometimes, especially with new teachers, I find they ask the same kind of question, like a close question. The boy is going to the... Remember to mix it up. Have open-ended questions, closed questions, all kinds of different questions to activate their minds a little bit. Have a random selection of students. Another beginning mistake is to begin at the front of the class and work your way to the back. Well, obviously, you're going to have a little classroom management issue there, no matter whether you're talking about small children or adults, university students. If you mix it up, go back and forth and around in the middle and the side, then they don't know when that's coming from. You don't want to make it a scary thing. Don't terrify them with it, but just keep them on their toes a little bit. Another really good trick on asking questions is ask the question and then give the name of the student that you want to answer it. If you say John, Mary, Ahmed, Hideo, whatever the name is beforehand, well, obviously that person pays attention and is ready to answer. But all the other ones go, okay, it's not me. I can just take it easy. So ask them such as, how many pigeons are in that basket? Tammy. Notice how that's going to keep them on their toes. Notice also, this is another point I want to make. Wait a few seconds, maybe up to 5 seconds, before you say the name. Everybody's going to be processing that question, and then you say the name. What do you think the answer is to number 2, Jill? You like that? Especially because we want to keep this student-centered, and all of these questioning techniques work whether you're online or you're in the classroom. So I talk about in the back of the classroom, in the front of the classroom. It could also be mixing it up, just who's getting what question when, even if they're online. In student-centered classrooms, you want to have students respond to student questions very often. Excuse me, teacher, how do I know the answer to this? Does anybody have an idea on that? How might we do this? Do you remember last week we talked about, so who can take that and answer this question? Unless you need it. For example, sometimes when you're doing an online class and someone else doesn't have a computer and they're on the phone, you might need to repeat because that person doesn't see who it is. But if you can, avoid repeating what's being said. Oh, the question is. Sometimes you need to use that. Sometimes you need to repeat. Like I said, if you have an online situation where some people are on the phone, some people are on the computer, if you have a large audience of people and they just can't hear what it is, that makes sense. But just repeating the question over and over can get a little old. Just like I support that you do things to keep things student-centered, like including questions that relate to students' lives in assessment, I suggest that you make your questions related to students' lives just in any classroom or any online situation. If you know they're interested in manga, if you know they're interested in technical fields, anything like that, if you can turn the questions just a little bit. Maybe it's a grammar question, okay. Somebody likes technology, make it a grammar question related to technology. And of course, make sure to reinforce student efforts. Students are giving it a try. You want to have them feel good about answering questions, whether they're right or not. They're still getting their voices out. They're still writing things. They're still responding in some way. So if you slam them, if you are hard on them about an incorrect answer, or if you say, "Oh, you're not speaking loud enough. This is all wrong," or something like this, it's gotta make them not want to talk very much, right? So we want to have them feel comfortable with responding and giving it a chance and giving it a try. Not feeling like they have to be 100% sure before they absolutely are sure they're going to answer. So those are some ideas for you. Give them a shot. Whether you're online or in a classroom, good questioning really can make a difference in your students' learning. Thanks. Have a great class.